See, and that's what I have to cook with my left hand now. It's crazy.
Alien Romulus.
Sounds like Snagglepuss, like the dog.
That's how he laughs. So he's gonna pass out. Get yourself a brother who, when he laughs, he passes out. It's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious. Alien Romulus. Fede Alvarez loves to direct remakes of stuff. He doesn't like to do his own original stuff. Fede, that's his name.
Fede. It's Fede.
Fede. Fede.
What kind of hipster bullshit is that?
That's he's
your name is Freddie. Your name's Freddie.
No, it's Fede Alvarez. It's Fede Alvarez.
I think that's authentic Spanish.
That's Spanish. It's authentic. It's authentic Spanish. Alien Romulus.
You know, but it's Fede. Fede Alvarez.
Fede.
It's authentic.
No, it sounds stupid.
A movie that takes place between Alien.
Oh, memo.
All right, bro.
Sorry.
Can you stop it? I'm in the middle of a thing. Am I explaining some stuff?
All right, fine.
Guys obsessed with names.
Seriously,
it's a stupid name.
Also, but we don't say anything.
Hey, first of all, don't use my government name.
Where's my cheese?
Okay.
Me and my Wahlberg are like this.
Alien Romulus. Okay. Fede Alvarez, he loves to direct remakes. He loves to take movies that are pre-existing IPs and making a new movie out of it. He did it with Evil Dead. He's doing it with he did Evil Dead, the remake.
The remake.
Actually, Evil Dead.
2012. Okay. Yeah, he did the Evil Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was not.
No,
bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. He did the Evil Dead.
Great.
He did. He directed.
He
did Don't Breathe. Right, he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's his own story. When he does his own stories, he was a producer and wrote the story for the piece of trash Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which one?
On Netflix. The one that was
on the Netflix one.
Oh, the Netflix one.
That was bad.
I ain't watching it.
Don't. But he also went off and he took on the Alien franchise. There was so many other people that were going to do Alien franchise movies. I think the guy who did District. The one with the roaches, the one with the guy who did the Elysium, he was gonna have his take on Alien, and they ended up going with the Fede Alvarez. Fede Alvarez did this movie that takes place between Alien and Aliens, mm-hmm. Right? It takes place between these two movies. I think he captured the spirit and he kept the vibe of the first movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because he made it into a horror movie. The other ones had turned into action. Action
didn't come until the James Cameron one, and he kept this one. But I think he relied a lot on nostalgia stuff. Like it's just like a lot of other movies bring back something from the original that was made years ago.
Bring it in there.
But the problem is, this is one of those movies where they did use AI to make somebody.
Oh yeah. They bring back what's his name? Rook.
They bring back Rook, and his voice is AI generated.
They didn't use Bishop. No Knight.
Shut your mouth.
Was there a pawn in there too at some point?
Oh my god.
The thing about this movie, the thing about this Alien movie,
I don't like the names.
It's a bunch of kids in this movie.
Queen.
Hey. No. So yes. So Rook. So okay, the movie, it has a bunch of kids in it. This is like Lord of the Flies with Alien.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
The same. Yeah.
I felt like why are there no adults?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Baby's Day Out in space. You get Rain. I'll tell you this though. I love the two main characters, Rain and Andy and the brother. Those were my favorite characters in the movie. I enjoyed what they brought to this, especially the guy who played Andy, because he played two different characters. Andy, which is the broken android, and then Andy, which is the Weyland Yutani version when they put the chip in his, and he's like been upgraded and he's doing all this. If he plays two different people in this movie, or two different robots, I thought when they introduce, this is a small cast.
Mm-hmm.
This is a small cast of of kids, because they're no one's above like 25 years old in this movie. There's no one above 25 years old.
Well,
no
David,
no one can rent a car.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. No one's allowed to rent a car in this movie yet.
Yeah.
They but it works. All they're trying to do is they're trying to leave the planet. They're trying to leave the planet, the Weyland-Yutani planet, and go to a different planet. Because I that's one thing they showed. The planet looked a lot closer to like a Blade Runner-esque thing.
Yeah,
it looked very Blade Runner like. They're essentially they're at the mining planet, and it's like a prison, right? That's what it felt like, because you have to work a certain amount of time.
Yeah, because she had done her time, and then they're like, "Nah, you got another 20 years."
Yeah, They're
like, "No, you're not going nowhere.
You're not going nowhere. Sorry." And then so this is what leads her to agree to go to this floating space station that's been abandoned in right at the above in the atmosphere, so that they can retrieve some cryopods, so that they can leave from the planet, go to the other planet that is being inhabited, and it's free. You don't have to live under the Weyland-Yutani Corp, and all this other stuff. From there, all hell breaks loose when they get over to the Nostromo. That's the Nostromo, right? The wreckage.
It's not the Romulus.
The Romulus. Yeah, Romulus, and what was the other one? Romulus, and what's the other half of it?
Oh, I mean Remus. The Klingons?
Romulus and Remus. Romulus and Remus, right?
It was at a Borgin at some point.
This guy's on a roll.
I'm just saying, what could have helped defeat those aliens if they would have set their phasers to stun.
You know what it would have helped if you just shut your mouth for a second.
All right, fine.
Why don't you just laugh and pass out?
Yeah, just quickly.
They're gonna get their dilithium crystals and just focus them in one spot.
The whole point of this movie, they're trying to reach the unobtainium. So they go to the Romulus to get these cryopods, and in there you realize as the viewer, hey, this was actually somewhere that they were using for testing on face huggers and xenomorphs, and to trying to build the perfect human. This is now starting to connect to like Prometheus and all that other stuff, where they're all of these movies, of course, they're all in the same universe. They're all starting to connect.
Neil blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I liked the fact that when you do get to the thing again, they're just a bunch of little kids. That's the problem. My biggest gripe was that there was no one that felt like it would have been a threat to the xenomorphs at all. There was just a bunch of kids, and there were a bunch of dumb kids, because the moment the facehugger grabs Navarro and starts ramming its rod down the throat, like that was also very graphic.
That sounds like a Dave Navarro thing,
right? As Navarro, and then they implant it. They try to freeze it off, and then when you see the facehugger, when you see the actual xenomorph come out, and the reaction that little J-Lo has, right? The reaction that young J-Lo has is, I think that was a great scream. The girl,
wait, sorry, wait.
Little J-Lo from that one movie,
Jersey Girl.
No, from Transformers with Mark Wahlberg. She was also in the Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg. Isabel Merced.
Oh, you mean Isabel Moner?
Yes, her.
Huh?
So she changed her name because when her grandmother died, she changed her name to her grandmother's maiden name.
Why do you know so much about her?
Why?
Yeah. She's actually not bad at stuff. That's why it's like, hey, I saw her. I'm like, why is her name different? No, I noticed it was different in one movie than it was the other.
Let me smell your hair.
Seriously, I have this little ball of your hair. I found it. I made this doll.
Send me a bottle with your farts in it. I want to smell them later.
Send me some lint from your belly button.
I'll pay for it.
Is shipping included in this? Because
I'm willing to pay anything.
No, I know, because I was like going, wait, no, this isn't. I was like, why is this girl's name different? So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We'll stick with that story.
Yeah.
You could have said that's Dora the Explorer, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But I will say the scream. She's one of the she's the only one that has like a blood curdling scream in this movie. Right? She's the only one that has that scream, and like in the movie, they when you saw this, tell me, Edric, when you saw this in theaters, did you get this hint? Did you kind of feel this, right? When did you kind of feel this? When she explains that she's pregnant with this guy, this baby, and Rain asks who's the dad, she's like, oh, some asshole. Then later, when Navarro gets the alien, coming out of her chest, and then the other guy who's with Navarro comes and he hugs her, didn't you feel like he was probably the dad?
Oh, because of the way he
hugged her and held her, and how he hugged and held what's her name? Kay. I guess her name is Kay in the movie, the pregnant girl.
Yeah.
I felt like he was probably like that was the asshole she was alluding to in the story, that he got her pregnant.
And he was really bad. He was a really bad guy in that character.
He was,
yeah.
Well, speaking of assholes, never mind. I can't.
Okay,
I'll get yelled at again.
Yeah. I saw this clip. I drew this up. No, but I his character number one was a dick to Andy. Because
first of all, you go asshole to dick for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, he was a dick to Andy because of the fact that another synthetic had chosen to let his mom die in the mines versus saving them.
Yeah,
he decided to close out the mines, so he had
pent up greater good.
Yeah, he had
it's a theme used later in the movie.
Yeah, you would either sacrifice one to save a million, or sacrifice everyone to save the one.
Yeah,
right. Kind of the whole thing. And he has that pent up aggression from the moment you see Andy and him interact. He's just a complete dick in this movie, and this just goes to show that there are a bunch of kids in this thing, because the moment he gets scared, he runs away and he tries to leave with Navarro after Rook told him the thing is laying an egg inside of that girl with the face hugger on her. Like I like how Rook explains it's a bladder. Like
that's not how babies are made, right?
God damn it.
That is not how babies are made.
I like how Rook explains when the face hugger is wrapped around Navarro that it's actually a bladder helping her breathe while it's implanting the alien in her chest. I like how he explains all that, because I don't think in any other alien movie. And again, I'm not an alien aficionado. I barely watched the first one. I've seen the second one. I haven't seen any other movies. I've seen Alien versus Predator, which are crap. But I don't know if
you shut your mouth.
I don't know if they've ever explained that. I don't know if they ever explained
the breathing part.
Others do, yeah. I liked how they gave a little backstory to the face hugger in the movie.
It's because I like little details like that.
There's a lot of good things in this movie. The ambiance, right? The how they filmed the movie, how it's kept horror, how in the scene where they have to walk through the deck of the ship and they have to turn up the heat and be very, very quiet, because they explain that the face huggers don't have eyes and they sense you with heat and sound. I like that whole thing. I enjoyed all of that. Just to me,
I liked how they kept the whole movie was tense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like it was nonstop anxiety
from beginning. My biggest gripe is them having to harken back to other movies, like using lines from other movies as nostalgia bait, right? So when I love the zero gravity thing, though, by the way, when they're going through the alien blood. And they're shooting the alien. Rain is shooting the aliens, and then you have the alien blood all over it, and then they're like floating through it. I like that scene. My thing I didn't like when they used Andy to say "Get away from her, you bitch." The line from the other movies.
The last line. Yeah.
That I didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Wait. How do you say it?
Just like I said it.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah. Done. See, which is why you're not in movies. But
that's literally how I'm saying.
But I enjoyed the fact that it was tense. I enjoyed the CGI. I enjoyed the practical face huggers.
And right? I liked the character of Rain. I kind of got a feeling I mean, not Ripley, but I got that strong.
So these hippie
Yeah,
names.
you got the sense, and does she still live in the other future movie? Does she make it to the? Does she make it to the to the other planet? Because that other also the part where they explain that they're using the xenomorph blood to kind of create the perfect human, or the perfect being, right?
Well, Ripley at one point is a clone.
Yeah, that's later in the movies, but what they're doing in this one is they use the blood to make like the perfect species that can breathe and live in space and not die, right? And so they start.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that the last part of the movie was nuts. And I loved it. It got, because that's the thing. You need a movie. You're keeping this movie kind of within the realm of Alien, but you got to do something different. When it did something different, it went bonkers. The movie was like, I was like, what? This is crazy. And then you have this giant monster fight, because you have to have the monster fight at the end. But I'm telling you, I enjoyed Andy and I enjoyed Rain. I enjoyed those two characters in this movie. And my thing is, I hope that she does end up making it, and that they fix Andy. Somehow we get some sort of future telling, or at least tell me what happened to her. I hope she doesn't die. I hope she didn't die, because when you watch what is it? Was it Prometheus? The main chick in the Prometheus, the other Prometheus, they in the sequel, they kind of explain that she gets killed in one of those pods. She dies in one of the pods giving birth to something, right? And in this one, I hope that she did get away, and then she does make it to the planet, and she fixes Andy. I enjoyed the movie. I'm telling you that the final there's a face hugger. I'm telling you, the final act of this movie, and I'm gonna spoil it. when Kay gives birth after injecting herself with the xenomorph goo, or whatever, it's goo because it's not blood, it's some sort of goo. And she gives birth to this humanoid xenomorph. That thing was crazy. So the moment she gives birth to an egg, and then that xenomorph, the humanoid xenomorph comes out, and the head's coming out of I was like, oh, this is gross. I love it. This is what this movie needed. This is where this movie needed to go. This is where this movie needed to go. It needed to be a little bit different. It needed to bring in something different than the other movies, because it's not like a future sequel. It's in the middle of something. You got to give us something different, a standalone story.
So the other movies were a little bit more country, and this is a little more rock and roll.
If you're gonna say that, yes.
Okay, cool. So,
I'm telling you this: if you get a chance to watch this in IMAX or Dolby, this is one of those movies you watch in that. Right now, they even have it in 4DX. They replaced Twisters and put this in 4DX. I don't know how much I'd want to see flashes on the screen, like flashes and fans, and
it's like some dude just spit on you, so you feel like the little drain. Gross. I haven't paid a man extra to spit on my face in years.
Disgusting. But I do want to see more of this story, or at least hear more later on. See kind of where it's going to connect in the future. Like if we hear, because I like this actress who played Rain was really good. I want to see her do other. Kaylee Spaney, right? I want to see her do more. I definitely want to see David Johnson. I thought he was the heart and soul of this movie, or actually their relationship together. And when the movie starts and they introduce him, you don't know that he's a synthetic. I just thought he was her brother that had some sort of disability. And I liked what they did, and how they told that story, and why she considers him the brother. And ultimately Andy's turn from Andy to Weyland-Yutani Andy, right? So I recommend this movie. I recommend this movie. It's well done for what it does.
Fine,
I know a lot of people don't. Some people don't like this movie. They thought it was dumb, but I thought for what it was. I think it was
not boring at all.
No, at all.
No.
I've not heard a bad review yet.
Right. I know some people, some aliens like fans really. Again, I would say I can't say I'm a big Alien fan. I've seen the first one. I've seen the second one. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I enjoyed what they did. I saw Prometheus. I saw those other ones. I saw the one with Danny McBride.
No, it does have the spirit of the first one.
Yeah.
Did you say Danny McBride?
Yeah, he was in one of the Alien movies.
Which one?
The one after Prometheus. Was it Prometheus? I don't remember. He was in one of those. But yeah, no, I recommend watching this movie, and you need to watch this movie in a loud theater, and this is an enjoyable movie. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a well-made movie, and I think Fede Alvarez was a good choice to direct this movie.
His fucking name.
He did a good job.
Mm-hmm. On that note,
I'm not allowed to speak about it.
No, you're not. On that note, this has been Vinny.
Dazi.
Anna.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bring on the Klingons.